I'm so happy right now.
Enjoy. Thanks.
Oh, we will.
Nice hat.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna be exhausted by the end, just doing so much stuff. This boat feels so good. It's faster, skipped better, easier to stern squirt, bow stays drier. The double rail, the bigger hull. It's so loose on a wave, even that tiny wave at the top. Sliding into a back surf is so easy. I can't wait to get this on like it's zig and a lot more wave, but everything. It's gonna be so good. That's the wrong direction.
He only turns towards one way.
Panicked. Now that. Yeah. I got put out of the loop.
How going, Dane?
Just when I thought I was gonna have the room and do them to myself, I just saw the black stern sticking out. And I was like, is nobody realizing he's in the crack in the room and do them? And I was glad he was able to get his hand on the wall and flip himself upright. That was wild. I never want to go in there. You gotta keep it upside down, then roll up into a splat. Oh! Oh! I can't tell who's going for the splat. Oh! Nice. Ah. Oh! Okay, the real question is everyone here going for the channel, for the slot?
I'm going for the slot.
Okay. That was so epic. Sadly, because we spent so much time shredding on the water in the new boat, I do not have time to stop at Fat Eddie's to get my signature storm. Funny part about rains like this at Gauleyfest, might suck for a minute, and then there's always mud wrestling at some point. Say what you want about the rain, but it brings the best sunsets. Nailed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Now it's time to BMX club.
Thank you.
The Antix 3! Who wants the Antix 3?
I'm a very devoted wife.
Who wants the free kayak?
Well, that was a fantastic Gauleyfest. So stoked on the boat. Another good time, good crew. Always the best vibe. Even with the huge thunderstorm, it almost made the whole event better because it was such an aggressive storm that it almost made it more fun. When it's like a light rain on Saturday, you're like, oh no, it's raining. But it was such an aggressive storm that it was almost just more fun. Back home in Tennessee, at my parents' house, back in my old room. One of my favorite parts of the year would always be, so I'd hit the road March, April, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, somewhere in there, spend the whole season out on the road, and then come back to Tennessee September, October. One of the most fun things about getting back to Tennessee is coming back to my old room and adding things to the room from the season, whether medals, awards, or just things that I want to keep in the room. And for those that don't know, I'm an incredibly nostalgic person. But fortunately enough, my parents have allowed my old room to kind of be the place that I can bring back all this stuff and keep it and be like a storage room for all of it. This is what my room looks like. I keep the bib of either a very significant event, but ideally I just keep a bib from an event that I have won. So everything from 2011 Grand Prix, Kelly's Whitewater Park. Like this is the bib from when I won 8-ball for the first time at Go Mountain Games. But this is where I keep all the World Championship bibs. Got everything from my 2005 World Championship bib, 2023, 2013, 2011. Got my 2011 kit here. Got all the USA vests that used to be when you made the team, you would get a branded life jacket. We don't really do that anymore, just mainly because a lot of people are on different teams, so it's not as functional. But this is my 2005 one, 2011, and then this is just a classic Coconut vest, but it's because that's the vest I had, I think, for 2 years of big things like Malupa and Hawaii and things like that. Got Brand's shoes, of course, had to have that somewhere. And here's just the classic medals from the years. These are from an event in China, like a multi-stage event in China that was super fun. We lived in a bus for a week. 2012 World Cup, all that. Then we have all the ICF medals. Then I have all the North Fork Championship bibs, and then all the NFC medals, the NFC Boatacross medals there. Physical medals are so fun to have. It is so much more fun when you have something physical you can bring home. Then I have all my Green Race bibs. Then for the Green Race, I still have all of the glasswork for the awards. During Green Race, if you won, they would give you this epic glasswork award based on the theme of the year. They're super dope. What's funny is that the paddles are actually of significance as well. Odachi is my sub 4 paddle with the North Fork bibs. It's my first Werner paddle from 2003. C1 paddle from 2011. And then that Lightning is my 2011 paddle. This is my 2013 World Championship paddle. And this paddle is from 2023 in Cali, where I did the Scotch Drop Cobra and Fantasy Flash, all that. But of course, you're also going to notice the boats. This is my 2023 World Championship boat which was my 5th win, which is fantastic. This is my 2022 Nottingham World Championship boat. This one is my 2011 Junior World Championship win boat. It used to be that I would only keep the boat that I won the World Championships in, because that's what my dad used to do. But then it actually escalated really quickly from that. This, including the life jacket, that's my 2003 life jacket. This boat was the original kids boat wake sport prototype that my dad had. What these used to be longer and more pointy. It was a kids version of the Ace kayak at Wakesport. My dad wanted to make this as the kids boat because there still wasn't really a very good kids boat. He made these prototypes, but Wakesport decided that they didn't believe that anybody would buy kids boats. And through a lot of other things, my dad ended up leaving Wakesport, starting Jackson Kayak, and the first thing he did was make a kids boat, which was the Fun One. But until that point, this was the boat I was using, and this boat helped me so much because like this is right when I had like figured out how to roll and started actually running rivers and things like that. This is the boat that I learned how to like cartwheel and bow stall, everything. It started me being able to actually like progress. And then when the Fun One came around, that was, of course, everybody bought it because a kid's kayak is a great idea. And that was the first boat Jackson Kayak made, was the Fun One as a kid's kayak. Everyone believed you couldn't sell it as kid's kayak, and that was the first thing we did, and everybody loved it. But yeah, this is my OG boat. On that note, like I mentioned, I'm very nostalgic when it comes to kayaks. Keeping kayaks that are important to me used to be just winning the World Championships, and then I kind of progressed past that. So this is my little corner of nostalgic kayaks. I obviously got the current boats. I got my Rockstar, my Carbon Clutch, my surf kayak, all that. Back there I've got my 2015 C1 Rockstar where I won the 2015 and 2017 World Championships in. I've got my 2015 Carbon boat when I won the 2015. This is my 2019 Carbon boat that I won the World Championships in. This is my 2013. This is my Rockstar from the 2011 Grand Prix where it was racing and freestyle, but this is, I don't have the creek boat anymore, but I do have the freestyle boat. There's actually a hole in the top of the boat because what happened was later that season, it's a huge piece of whitewater, but it's cement walls on both sides, and we were sea launching off the cement walls onto the side because there was a way that we wanted to surf there and run the rapid. When I sea launched in, it wasn't quite vertical, it was like a slide. When I landed, I just all of a sudden was like stuck like halfway underwater. I couldn't figure out why. Finally wiggled free, got to the end and realized that a piece of rebar had gone into the bow of my boat, but managed to split my feet just perfectly, meaning it didn't actually go into me, but put a huge hole in the boat. But somehow, when I sea launched, that piece of rebar just missed both of my feet. I was very happy it didn't impale my feet. And then this is my 2010 World Cup boat that I won in. That's the thing, I used to only keep like the freestyle boats, World Championships, World Cups, all that. Then I moved on from that. That's why I won the 2011 Squirt Boat World Championships in. Fun fact, squirt boating is where I got my first ICF gold medal. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. And now my 2018 Unlimited. This is the boat I won my first green race in 2018. Then this is my Sub 4 Unlimited. And then this Nirvana is the Nirvana I won at least 2 of my Norfolk Championships in. And then this is my Nirvana that I did the Fantasy Flash, Scotch Drop Cobra, all that. And then back here, that's my Z3 that I did 300 footers in. I did Salto Male, Puma, and the first Ascent Narnia in Hawaii on top of all the other things I did in it. And this is the boat that I did my double airs crew without a paddle in. I got a lot of kayaks. There's also more over there. But like back here is all my dad's boats. But this ED is his 2001 World Championship winning boat. This is his 2007 winning World Championship boat. One of the best photos from Corey Rich, who shot that back in 2003. All my old helmets. My first ad when I was 10 for Patagonia. Got a box my grandfather made. This my dad gave me when he came back from his trip to Japan in like 99? I've got my citation from when we got in trouble for running a waterfall. These beer cans are, I've got Balls Falls, which I first ascended 2 years ago, but there's also a beer named after it, so I kept it. Now Special and Club from Uganda, which are names of waves that we used to be able to session before the river got dammed in Uganda. This is the Chloe corner where I've got things from our ring box to our wedding glasses to our invites to jewelry we wore during the wedding, all that stuff. I got all the kayak sessions where I'm involved in some way, whether a photo, cover, whatever it is. More fun stuff. Got a copy of Burning Time, which is the first feature film I was in when I was 10 from Scott Lindgren. All these are piles and piles of rocks that I've kept from each river I go to, so that way at some point I'll use them for something. I got the gold jacket from Greenrace, more random fun things. Up here I got the 2015 medals. This is the Grand Prix 2011 award, which is still one of my favorites. Got my Sen mouth guard that I wore for half of the things that I did over the last few years. Figured it was time to retire it. 2012 Grand Prix winning medal. This is the crown from Norfolk. What's actually pretty funny about this crown is it used to be whoever won the category, whoever won the event, would get a crown to take home. The first year I won was the first year they decided to make it a traveling trophy, which meant you get to wear it on the podium and then it goes back to the organizers and they just write your name on it and it continues and continues. The first year I win is the year you're not going to let me take something home. The only reason I have this one is it was after my 4th win. I was like, dude, just please let me take it home. And it was actually the time when they were moving on and potentially not going to do it anymore. So I was like, just can I take it home, please? And he was nice enough to let me take it because I was like, come on, please. And this plate is actually pretty funny because that's actually a plate from the Bavarian Prime Minister. From my understanding, it's been a while now, but for the 2011 World Championship, it was in Plattling, Germany. And I forget how it happened, but they had heard that I was in the finals for all 4 categories. It wasn't even that I had won the 3 golds and the bronze. They were like, they had heard that I was in the finals for all the different categories. After the event was done, they presented me with this plate as an award for doing well at the 2011 World Championship, which is totally random, super cool, and it's just a crazy addition to the room. And I also have every GoPro that's been made, because I've been with GoPro now for 14 years, so I thought it'd be cool to have each edition that they come out with. So when they come out with a new camera, put one up on the shelf just because it's cool to look back on all the different cameras they've had. So now the important question, why am I now of all time showing you this stuff? I have 2 very fun additions to the room now. Number 1 is this. For those that don't know why this is super cool for me, it used to be a pre-World Championship and then the World Championship, 2000 pre-Worlds and the 2001 Worlds. If you won, you got one of these trophies. My dad won both of those. So he won 2000, 2001, and he won more World Championships after that. But seeing these medals, I was always like, these are the sickest medals. Why don't we have things like this anymore? Stoked that I finally get to add mine to the room. Although it's not quite the same. It wasn't the award for winning the World Championships. It was basically what happened. The organizer for the 2019 World Championship was the same organizer for the 2000 and 2001 World Championship. And he had one more of these sitting in his office and he decided to repurpose it. But instead of it being the award for winning, it was given to whichever country had the most medals, which was the US for 2019. And then those on the committee for the US decided to give it to me for 2019. So not quite the same as the award for winning the World Championship. But in the end, so stoked to have one of my own because those awards that my dad had from 2000 2001 were so sick. Finally get to add it to the room. So the reason why I've only been able to add the sword trophy this year is after the 2019 World Championship, I went with a friend to Switzerland, and I haven't been able to get it back over here. But fortunately, my lovely sister was out in Switzerland filming for their family TV show, and they happened to be in the area where she could go grab the trophy, and she flew it home for me. Now it can finally be in the room where I wanted it. Side note, I'm aware my hat has changed. I did an errand halfway through doing this and realized I changed my hat. But the second fun thing I get to add this year that I'm super stoked on, the YouTube play button, finally arrived and I'm stoked. So yeah, those are 2 things I was super stoked to add to the room this year. As for the play button, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I just like to go kayaking and film it. Thank you all so much. I know this is a bigger outro of the Gauleyfest video than probably expected, but now we're back home, pull the RV back to the ranch. It's time to reset, get ready for fall trips, fall adventures, good times with the holidays. Lots of good stuff to come. Stoked, let's go.